Guys, what is up? We are hopping into some iRacing, but today we are actually doing AI racing. So this is against computer cars. This is not racing against live players, which, iRacing is all about, racing against other live players, which is cool and all. But the cool thing is also, in case you didn't know, that iRacing also offers AI racing. All right, so we are doing an AI race. So this is against computer cars, not live, which is good for good practice. Good, you can get, time racing against other cars, practicing moves, passing and things like that. Definitely good for, casual racers like myself. And if you want to hop in there against other cars and not just practice on a practice session to get better, this is good practice to race against other cars. You can also do seasons and things like that. I haven't got into any of that, but if that's something you'd be interested in, maybe we can set up like an AI season. If you'd be interested in watching that, let me know in the comments, and we can just do an AI season, which would be kind of cool, kind of like racing in NASCAR heat, or if I even want to dare say it, Ignition, which I haven't busted out with that game in probably like 6 months or something, 5 months. So I don't know where that game is standing. But anyway, you have it all here now in iRacing. We're going to do next gen iRacing 2022 NASCAR. We are heading to Phoenix, not the greatest on this track. We set our AI opponents. You can change everything here. Number of drivers, their skill. So we're doing 65 to 80%. So they consider the top at kind of pro level at 80%. So we'll see how if we can even hang here. And then you can, mess with that. You want to see where you kind of stand and, be kind of competitive with what you're racing. So let's hop in 10 minutes and let's get to it. All right, here we go. We are starting 8th place. Is a 10-minute race. So we're not going to have much time to make moves. We'll see how we do. We'll see how good of a skill level against these other drivers I picked. I don't race AI really ever in iRacing, so I'm not really sure how good these cars are going to be. For my skill level of just a casual racer having fun. Definitely not the best, nowhere near the fastest, kind of usually mid-pack type of runner. Just happy to hang with most of these other drivers when I'm racing. Against live players. Coming in really hot there. All right, here we go. Kind of take a little bit to settle in. Warm up those tires. Come on the outside here. So we are running on an Oculus Quest. So I did start out single monitor with iRacing, and now use a Meta Quest 2, which I've been using for a while. And if you have a PC that can push it, I definitely recommend picking up yourself a headset. The Quest 2, even though it's $100 more than it used to be able to pick them up for $300, which was like a steal. But now they're like $400, and still one of the cheapest VR headsets to pick up, and still totally worth it to this day. Yes, you can get some better headsets with some better resolution and things like that. But if you don't want to spend the money, $400, and you will be more than happy. Once you race in VR, it's hard to go back to single monitor. I find that I'm definitely more comfortable racing in VR. I get a little more confidence than if I went back to a single monitor. It's not going to make you like the greatest racer if you've been racing like a single monitor. You're not just going to put on a VR headset and become like, the best racer out there. But you will definitely improve in a sense where you can see cars around you better. You'll have more of confidence while you're driving. You might make some moves that you might not make in a single monitor because you're not as aware of your surroundings and your field of view is way different. But it's just a whole nother experience. So, this is pretty cool racing against AI races. It's great practice as well. You can try to practice moves that you might not want to try against other races because people get pretty competitive, and you don't want to wreck that. You don't want to ruin their day. I'm usually more of a defensive driver when I'm racing. I'm always trying to be careful not to wreck myself, and definitely not wreck others. But things happen. But we're gonna try to save that. See if we can save that. Losing control. All right. We were able to save that, which was good. So things like that, you know, good practice to make those mistakes here against computer cars, the AI. Because then, you know, make sure if that happens in a real race, you'll know how to handle it, what you can do, how to handle wrecks, how to handle your car getting away from you. You know, we need to start making some moves here. We need to see if we can kind of gain some places. One thing it's one thing I struggle with as a casual racer is passing cars, because being more of a defensive driver, you know, you kind of hesitant to make those moves and passes and wreck other people. So this is definitely the place to practice it. Maybe I'll be doing some more racing like this. But if you guys maybe want to see like maybe set up a series, an AI series, you know, where you can actually pick all the tracks in your season. We can do a season of AI racing. Might be kind of fun. See how well we do. Go to different tracks. See how we improve. I think the skill level I picked is pretty well. Is pretty good. We're running 14th. We're still kind of with the pack here, so it's good, and you know, this will help improve. You know, moving up places and seeing how you can improve your racing style and see where you can make up time and, you know, finish better. Can maybe catch a couple more cars here before this race is over. We're about halfway through. So, you know, just in case anyone who's not doing iRacing currently and thinking about it, you know, all I can say is don't be intimidated. Don't be afraid to hop in. I never did sim racing before I hopped into iRacing a couple years ago. And you start at rookie. When you start out in rookie, like, no one knows what they're doing. It's basically a wreck fest. And that's okay, because that's where you start learning, and you slowly improve and get better and better, and you can move your way up without ever being like a great racer. You just got to kind of learn how to drive safe and things like that, and you can totally move up in class. So definitely don't be scared to just hop into it. If you're like, oh, I've never done sim racing, or I don't want to, you know, I think I'm just going to wreck other people. You'll get better as time goes on, and as you get better, you'll move up in classes, and then you actually race with people within kind of your same skill level, so you don't have to worry about, oh man, I'm in a race with this like a professional, you know, like I'm racing against Kyle Busch. You're not going to be racing against guys like that. You're going to be racing against guys with your skill level, and as you finish better in races, your ratings go up, so you can start racing against better drivers and things like that, and safer drivers. So that's something to think about. So don't worry about that. Just hop in, have fun. I recommend staying off the chat. If you don't want to hear people screaming and yelling at you, definitely don't do chat, because some of those guys are crazy. And then, you know, you make one bad move and you're the worst driver ever, and they're coming to get you, and you're the worst ever, and you ruin their day, and you know, they're not gonna be able to sleep for the next week, and then like 10 seconds later, they'll wreck someone else, and they'll be like, oh, my bad, I'm sorry. And like, you know, they can do it all. So I'm telling you, stay out of chat, because that'll actually get you not wanting to do this. So just do your own race. Don't worry about what other people say. Stay out of the chat. And then, you'll be good. You'll be okay. So we're doing all right. We're pulling up. We're back into. We're into 10th right now. We still have some time to maybe catch a couple more cars. We started 8th. We lost some spots. We did lose control of the car earlier. So that definitely affected us a little bit. That was not the best turn right there. So we'll drop a gear down and then see if we can come back here.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
One thing I will say that made a difference, I'm using a T50 Thrustmaster wheel, and I was using the stock pedals that came with it, but I did upgrade to the Thrustmaster road cell pedals, and I don't remember. I think it was like $200 or something like that, which was totally worth it. That'll definitely help you improve at braking. So that's definitely one thing I would definitely look at upgrading if you're coming from a non-load cell pedal set. Oh, can we stay out? No. I don't know why. I don't know why that car... Alright, my car is done. So, I don't know why.
Okay, Eric, the next car is right.
We're just gonna tow it here. We'll end here. I don't know why that car slowed down. We can we were running good. We were catching up here. Still running good. I don't know why he just I don't know why he just slowed down so much there, but again, this is where it's good to make those mistakes in here. You know, I was letting off. I was letting up, and it still just wasn't enough. But you know, happens. That's racing. But you know, at least here we didn't ruin anyone else's day. Well, actually, it was just our day anyway. The car in front of us didn't even wreck, so it would have been our day being over. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you have any questions, leave it down below. I'm happy to help any questions on VR, the Quest 2, other VR headsets if I can help out, or just iRacing in general. And, you know, we'll be coming back and doing a lot more. So thanks for watching. We out of here. Peace.